share something extremely powerful with you that if you actually use what I'm about to share with you, your life, your results, your ability to take action on things that are stressful, not something you really necessarily want to do, but you realize that if you did complete those tasks, you will actually achieve more results in your life and it will benefit you in the long run. So, we all have important projects and priorities we need to deal with, but we really don't feel like it, or when we say things like we're going to work out or we're going to exercise, it just doesn't really motivate us because, working out, exercising, it's stress. It's not necessarily that fun, right? But what if you changed the words that you use to actually get you to take more action? And these are called trigger words. You can use what's called trigger words, which are specific words that are really exciting, that are tied to your personal values, that when you use these words, your brain associates your values with that word and you create massive momentum and emotion, and you instantaneously want to take action on whatever that word is associated with. So in this case, we're going to talk about exercising and working out. Instead of saying, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to work out in the morning, you could say, I'm going to energize the warrior. That's what I say. Or fuel the fighter, or something like that. You see how much more powerful that is. And because, thinking of myself as a warrior gets me really motivated and makes me feel powerful, those words, when I use those words, it gives me that powerful motivation. It gets me to go, gets me to, work out, go to the gym, and so it's very, very powerful. Instead of saying you're going to eat breakfast, what if you said, I'm going to fuel the beast, I'm going to feed the lion? What about that difficult project that you want to complete? What if you changed any words that you associate with that project? Now, this may be something that is really strenuous or something that you do enjoy doing, but it's still kind of a struggle and it's still a little bit stressful. Like, this is really going to be very beneficial when you complete this project. Well, what if you called it a challenge? It's a challenge that you have to conquer. It's a test of your courage. Like, just changing the words that you associate with things will get you to take more action. It's a pretty simple concept, but it's extremely powerful. For someone that wants to be a better father and mother to their kids, what if they started calling themselves super dad or super mom? How would super mom or super dad act like for their kids? They would probably treat their kids to amazing things and just be the best role model they could be for their kids. And like I just said, role model. Now, some of my trigger words, and you can use words that actually represent, again, these trigger words are tied to your values. So you can represent words, you can use words that are tied to the kind of person and results that you want to achieve in your life as well. So being a role model is important to me. When I say I'm a role model, I'm an example, I'm a leader, I'm a growth catalyst, I'm a success catalyst. By using those words, that gets me to want to take more action and align everything I do with those words. I wouldn't be shooting this video if I wasn't a success catalyst, a growth catalyst, a role model, an example, a leader, because I want to be that for people. I want to impact millions of people and yourself, my friend. And I hope this idea of trigger words is really sticking and it's really powerful for you. So what words can you start using that get you to take more action, that are tied to your values? Because when you start using a certain word in your life, if you have a great result using that word, like if I say I'm going to energize the warrior and I consistently exercise after saying that because it motivates me to want to do that, like energize the warrior, right? Then my brain sees that I'm actually having good results using that word. And every time I say that word, it's going to associate that with something positive. You see, your brain does not like fear. It does not like change unless it's actually benefiting it. Unless you're creating certainty in your life with your actions, your brain does not want to take that action. So just realize that you can come up with words that your brain will associate as a positive action, as a positive thing, and every time you use that word, your brain will actually say, yeah, let's do that. let's take action. Let's do that task activity because this sounds really exciting. Your trigger words are exciting words. You can also use trigger words to kind of reveal parts of yourself that are not very, there are things that you don't want about yourself. So for instance, calling yourself, I guess, lazy or naive or childish, you could be thinking of certain things that you do, and you're calling yourself childish will get you to realize that you're really acting pathetic when it comes to certain things, or weak. The word weak is very powerful. For somebody that is a high achiever like you, if you're watching this video like me, I don't want to be seen as weak. I don't want to feel weak. I don't want to do things that are really classified as weak. And so everything I do, I try to come from my strongest place and be the best version of myself. So trigger words can be words, they can be whole sentences. They're just a series of vocabulary that your brain associates with something powerful, and that you create emotion in yourself by using these words so you can take more action. So again, certain words will cause you to feel like you're not meeting the expectations of the opposite of that word. So weak, if you're calling yourself weak, that means you want to be strong, right? You don't want to be weak, So instead of being weak, you're like, man, I'm not weak, I want to be strong. So it gets you to want to be stronger in that case. So I hope you really enjoyed trigger words. They're very, 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 very powerful. Whether it's role model, growth catalyst, feeding the lion, feeding the warrior, energizing the fighter, creating, this is a challenge, this is an opportunity to grow. So you can create different words around different things that you want to achieve in your life.